Hello and welcome to Happy Foot Sad Foot. I'm Darren Miller. I'm joined by Vince LaRosa. We're just ducking into this game halfway through the first half because fuck it, why not? We just finished recording our 2025 season preview. This game is still happening. Let's do a live stream. Let's do a watch along. Let's have fun.
Why not? Instant analysis.
Everybody,
a lot of yellow shirts. A lot of Club América fans,
that's true.
which I guess is to be expected.
Come on in, everybody. Let's do this.
And if people are wondering why I look so relaxed, it's because I have to lean back in order to see my TV because my computer is right here, and then the TV is right there. Like they're basically at the same level, and so I need to lean back a little bit. But I think I'm gonna do podcasts like this from now on.
Just hang and watch TV.
Just chilling.
It'd be fun to do our preview episodes. Vince is just hanging there watching Severance or whatever.
Yeah, whatever's going on.
Oh, what's that? Yeah, analysis. Sure. Yeah, we'll see if they play out the back or counterattack. That's going to be the main question.
I mean, if this game is boring, should we just break down Severance? Have you been watching?
I have. Yeah, I'm definitely caught up on Severance. We could talk about that. It's still within the scope of our Apple TV daddies.
Yeah, this is true. We're definitely promoting something. I mean, it probably is going to be like the last Apple TV show, right? Like they're pretty much not doing it.
The last Apple TV show?
Aren't they like not doing big splashy shows anymore? Because they're
I don't know. No, they've been producing a lot actually, at least compared to nobody's producing much these days,
right?
Unfortunately, but they've got a lot in progress compared to others, I would say.
Okay, I had just heard that they weren't gonna, and I love that we're not immediately not talking about the soccer.
No. Should we?
Yeah, we did start late because Apple had nothing to do with us.
How's everybody doing? Guys, this is 2025. This is
there's people in the chat.
There's people in the chat. This is happening.
Hi, everybody. Okay, let's go back to Severance. Wait, I just have to say I lucked out because when Severance first came out, I tried to watch the first episode and was like, and so I didn't. I put it down. And then
the first episode of the first season?
Yeah, and then it was coming back, and everyone's like, "You gotta watch it."
Vince has made a huge mistake.
No, but Darren, it wasn't because it was coming out, and everyone's like, "You gotta watch it." I'm like, "I will give it another try." And so before it came out, I watched the whole first season. So I'm like, it's like I'm just dovetailing right into the season. I didn't have this big gap. I didn't have to watch any recaps because I literally watched the first season, and then the new episode dropped like a day or two later.
Okay, I actually rewatched the first season as the second one came out.
Okay, I'm not a rewatcher, so I never would have been able to pull that.
I'm really not either. But this was surprisingly fun to rewatch. There was a lot that I'd forgotten, and it was fun to relive it. Anyway, soccer. New kits.
Soccer.
We're seeing the new kits. I love that they didn't do a big splashy reveal. It was just like, I guess we're gonna play with these kits now.
Yeah. Don't know how that plan was hatched or what the reasoning behind that was, but I mean,
you'll find out. Who used to work on the team that made the content about the kits,
right?
Vince, let's try to catch up on this match. Right, we're a half hour into the match. Let's try to get our bearings here in front of everybody. What are you seeing in terms of formation, roster? It looks pretty sloppy from what I can tell for both teams. Club America's not finishing, which is helpful.
Right. Oh, and Brian Rodriguez is on the ball. Didn't think
here he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, Travis's favorite. First, I guess thing that I noticed is it's the same starting 11 from the game against the Chicago Fire last week. So it kind of makes you think that they're gearing towards something with this 11. Interesting that Eddie Segura starts again. Although I think he was good against Chicago Fire, I don't see him long term as one of the top center back pairings. But he knows the team. He's obviously come into preseason fit, which is great. He's looked pretty good on the ball, which is actually kind of surprising. That was kind of something that he struggled with last season, but yeah, it looks like as of right now, this 11 is Steve Cherundolo's best 11, at least just to go into that CONCACAF Champions League game on Tuesday, a week from today. I would not imagine we would see many changes, if any, from this 11 for that first game.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Why play the same lineup multiple times if it's and not give a chance to practice with the lineup you're actually going to use?
Mm-hmm.
Segura also, before we went live, already has a yellow.
Classic. Nothing like a preseason.
I mean, I feel like I like seeing an aggressive Segura. I don't know that we see a lot of that.
It's funny because I feel like he gets yellows, like not that he doesn't deserve them, but it's like there's guys that I feel like do way worse and they can get away with it, and like he just seems to be like referees are just like, no, I don't like you. Like there's a couple of yellows this year where I was like, a lot of the guys get away with that a lot, and he seems to never seems to be able to slip a challenge and not get.
He's not super slick.
Yeah, he's a little heavy-footed, I think.
Yeah, he kind of Bwanga.
Classic. Set up.
Okay.
It's set up for him to whip the cross in, and he goes, eh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, he's got to find that shot, right? Remember last season, it took him like 10 games to find a shot on net?
I feel like he wasn't shooting there.
Oh, really?
Like his body language he was like kind of like, oh, could it whip in a little more? He's like, yeah, it turned out okay.
Maybe. I would love for him to find the net this early and then just hit the ground running, because he did not do that last year at all. He put up like Kobe shots, like 100 shots a match.
Yeah.
The first 10 games. If you're just joining us, no, we do not have the match on this, but we do have the clock synced up with whatever we're watching. If you want to, strategically pause for a moment to sync up your clock with ours.
Mm-hmm.
I've been tinkering with this little game clock scoreboard thing and figured it out. So we were like, fuck it. Let's just go live and use it.
Travis saying my audio is muffled. Is it because I'm holding my microphone? Can you hear me now? Is it better?
You're not muffled for me, so we're going to have to continue to rely on the viewers.
Hold on. Okay. No. Wait. Did it work? Is it better?
I don't know. It sounds the same to me. Hey, everybody. How does Vince sound?
For some reason, it wants to go.
Vince, I hate to interrupt you, but we have officially received our first super chat of the year. Oh, my goodness. To be honest, I completely forgot this was a thing. Thank you so much, Lisa Kushida, friend of the foot, valued Patreon subscriber. Oh, my goodness. This has made me so happy. Thank you for contributing to our cause and our affliction. Here we are. We're doing it. That's starting the year off right. Thank you again to all of our Patreon subscribers. They stuck with us through the off season, through the thicket of the off season.
Lisa set a ransom on me, though. She's saying that
she said for Vince to join the Discord.
Lisa, I am in fact
luck, Lisa.
To be fair,
he's technically in the Discord.
I am in the Discord.
We strong-armed him into technically joining.
No.
Is he ever in there? No. I'm with you, Lisa.
Sometimes I lurk and I just like, should I? No. You guys are very funny.
The answer is yes.
I will say.
You're talking about me and Travis? Or
no, not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I have to carry the show all the time.
Validation doesn't come that easy.
I mean the fans. Yeah, no. Yeah. Not this early in the season.
Our audience is definitely funnier than we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like we're the audience and they're the podcast hosts.
Oh, there's the thing I'm talking about. Did you notice it on Giroud? The half collar? It's stupid.
It's really stupid. I'm not a huge these kids. I don't mind them overall, but it feels so lazy that it's like I can't be like forgiving, because it's like I feel like a youth club team could have these exact same kits and I wouldn't blink an eye.
It's just such a weird thing for Adidas to be like, hey, polo shirts, let's reimagine them. Who cares?
I'd love to see like a shawl collar. Like if we're actually going to be creative here.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go full rugby jersey. Why not?
I think they should go like the old 70s collars where it's really low cut, like deep
Oh.
V, big collar, like Travolta.
Oh, I
not?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
And let's, you know what?
Yeah,
While
like
we're at
Coke
it,
Fiend collar.
while we're at it, let's just make kits cotton again. So they're
Sure.
just soaking wet all the time.
Yeah.
And booty shorts. Yes. Tiny shorts.
Tiny shorts. Of course, this is a pro tiny shorts podcast.
And I'm not the first to say this, but no more, like, can we do something about these socks so the guys don't have to put holes in them anymore? Like, they have
Yeah.
athletic calves. Let's just.
There are
fix
these
that.
new shin guards that are like that material that's like soft, and then when something touches it, it like suddenly becomes hard. Yeah.
Tell me more.
They have this technology that's like athletic padding is now almost scored in a corner. Athletic padding is now, penis rules.
I love that my TV decided it just wanted to reset. You know what? It just can't handle Hollingshead missing that chance. It's like, you don't need to see any more of this. Deep V, tiny shorts.
Travis, hot take. Hollingshead should have scored.
You probably
guys. For fans of the show, if you're not a fan of the show, welcome. We'd love to get to know you and talk to you more. For fans of the show, we just finished recording our season preview. We did a new LAFC goal draft. You'll never guess who picked who.
If you guess the number one pick, you get nothing.
Oh.
Since we've been on, they've started to get some chances. Maybe it's us.
This has been an up-tempo game. Travis with a little sneak preview. Guys, I won. We've done this 2 years now. This is the third year. I've won both years. The LAFC fantasy draft. Judging how tonight went, it's going to be hard to do a third. I'll just reveal it did not go well for me tonight.
Yeah,
I'm cooked. Travis cooked, Vince cooked, I'm cooked.
Your strength, Darren, was just going for it and not thinking too much. And then this time you tried to like really think it through and try to be smart and clever. I think
I tried to map out the exact scenario. Yeah. Like if this works out, it's because X, Y, and Z. And I did that 4 different ways for my 4 different players. And ultimately it's like, there's no world where like, if these outlandish things don't happen, I still score any goals. Like I might end up with 0 goals.
I love that Anush knows you well enough to say Darren opted to count Lloris assists for goals.
Anush, you know me. I love you.
They know you.
I did come close to picking Lloris.
What it was is you got, because you were the 2-time champion, you got the 3rd and final pick. And I think that just got in your head and you never recovered.
It absolutely is what happened. Yeah. I'm not afraid to say it, but I'm definitely ashamed of it. Hey, tell us in the chat, how's everyone feeling about the season? How's everyone feeling about this game so far? It's not a boring game. It's not super polished.
Yeah, I'd love to
I have to say, I'm really enjoying the fact that we're here and we're watching a game. 3-2-5-2 popping, like Travis says. He's right. Hiding in Connecticut from our live stream watch along. Travis is on East Coast time. He's half asleep watching this. We're forcing him to watch.
For all of Giroud's faults and not scoring goals, which is basically what he's paid to do, like how he's able to have a defender literally yanking him down, trap the ball, and then play it on to Bawanga while getting fouled. Like he's still an incredible, like physical center forward. which is why, like, I guess it's so frustrating that it hasn't worked out yet.
That's a great point, and what a qualifier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious who is ever. I mean, a lot of people are saying they're loving Igor Jesus, which there was one point earlier when we were on here and people pointed it out. Like there was a moment where like he got kind of in traffic and then he was able to like physically hold the ball and then move it along. And I like seeing that because I watch, you watch him in those like comps that LAFC put together, and it was a lot of him just like bullying guys because he's just physically stronger. And you worry that in a league that's faster and more physical, like, is he still going to be able to do it? So it's like a good sign. I mean, Club America is going to have peak athletes and the top of the top in this continent. So if he can do that against like a Club America team, that's going to bode well for what he's going to be able to do in MLS.
That's true. Brian Rodriguez, prime example.
Okay, right now, Club America calls you and says, Brian Rodriguez for Kike Oliveira. Do you do it?
All I heard was Brian Rodriguez twice. No, I don't know. I there's a lot of drama with Kike Oliveira right now. I'm happy to have him. I won't miss him if he goes. Ultimately, like I think he always had a lot of potential, and I really like how he plays. But he's never played in like an irreplaceable way to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel comfortable just being like, whatever happens, happens. Like I don't think he exhibited a certain type of talent that he followed through on in terms of the potential that is like impossible to replace and impossible to find in someone else.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching him play, but
you'd like the money, you'd like the open under 22 slot. I guess that's probably worth more to you than, well, anything's worth more to you than Brian Rodriguez at this point, at least for LAFC fans.
How's he been playing with Club America? Is he like suddenly good, or what's the deal with him?
Hit or miss, like classic Brian Rodriguez. Like he has spells where he plays really well. Then he has times where he's injured for extended periods, and then like Club America goes ahead and wins a title, and he's nowhere to be found.
What do you mean nowhere to be found? Like benched?
Yeah, like doesn't play, and like they're like, yeah, we're so good that he doesn't even need to play, and we still win. So like he's won a lot of titles recently, but I wouldn't say he's been instrumental in them.
Wow. Interesting. That's a nice life. It sounds like. I'd love to be that guy in a team who like they don't rely on you to produce, but you keep winning. That's halftime, folks. And okay, everyone in the chat.
Right to a Messi commercial. Right to a Messi commercial.
Of course.
Go to the well.
What do you guys prefer? What's more exciting to watch? This friendly or Messi in a commercial? Messi's doing American commercials now. Isn't that exciting?
Do you think he ever, I know the answer to this because he's quiet, but do you think he ever, when they're like, so what's going to happen is you're going to do something and then we're going to need you to like dribble around everybody, like the thing that you do. And he's like, I have a lot of range and I could really like, I can act. I can do the things.
I want to act. I told you, make me audition. I can do it. Yeah. I can land the part. Fair and square.
Yeah, we're just going to let that clock tick, Travis.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's just going up past 45, isn't it?
That's how it works.
Clock. I'm new to this. We're doing a thing. How do I do this? Just like undo.
You realized you could do the clock, but then you never figured out how to stop it, did you? Oh,
did it go to 0? No, we did it.
No, you do want it at 45. Well done.
Wow, look at this. I should have done. Did I do extra time properly? Not really. Guys, look, I'm such a tech whiz. Okay, everyone in the chat, give us your happy foot and sad foot for your off season. What's going on? We've been out of touch.
Commercials are just on point. MLS, Messi to Celsius.
This is where we get to see a little sneak preview of the the advertising deals that they landed for the next season seems pretty similar to last season. I don't think we've seen any new commercials yet.
Getting the feeling everyone renewed at the exact same rate.
Yeah. You guys just want to re-up or renegotiate a contract or whatever's easiest. Okay.
I'm watching an Audi commercial and it's not with that insufferable mom. That's a good sign. Yeah.
They've decided something new. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that adult and child had a strangely comfortable adult dynamic, like a little tete-a-tete. A little comedy duo, the mother and son.
The child abuse commercial is gone. Yeah, I don't know what about like Darren, you're in media. Like when you do
as are you.
Yeah, I'm in marketing too. When you do marketing, you're usually trying to like you get some insights and you're like, okay, we're not selling things because of this. So who was like, you know why we're not selling things? Because people don't have cool turn signals. And let's just belabor the point. Like
what do you think is the data they gleaned to be like to come to that conclusion?
Yeah. And like not only to be like, okay, we're all in agreement, we're all in on the turn signals. Now, how do we best showcase this? Well, we do it by having somebody belabor the point and basically abuse their child. And
there are so many. I found, I think, a through line of like luxury car commercials is that they always advertise a completely useless feature. You will find this. I think they're just like, I don't know, fuck it, pick a feature and look cool, and people will be like, yeah, that does look cool.
Yeah, they're like, end of the day, you put your seatbelt on, it goes forward, it goes backwards, it gets you to
look
where
at
you
a luxury.
want to go.
Yeah, look at a luxury car commercial. When has anyone ever made a purchasing decision based on a feature advertised in a commercial? Never. Not once. Not a single person. Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the chat if you've ever actually been swayed by a commercial to buy a car.
And or have you ever bought a car for Christmas and wrapped a bow around it like they do?
Yeah. Have you ever? Oh my God. Has anyone ever given or received a bow on a car? Travis says he took a sleeping pill. It's possible you took a sleeping pill. It's also possible that's just the effect we have on you, Travis.
Yeah, you could be dreaming right now, Travis.
Okay, we got some happy foots and sad foots here.
Okay.
Taylor Ferguson, happy foot. Met Luca Bambino. Whoa. That is a happy foot. Look at that. Lisa Kushida, sad foot. I miss Kai. Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to happen. That's going to happen a lot. Yeah. We lost a lot of heart. Hopefully we've gained it back as well. But between Kai and Ilya, oof, gut punch.
Yeah, a lot of good guys.
Sad foot, no Luca Bambino starting. Fair.
Is that really a sad foot?
Meeting him in the offseason has developed a certain bias, I assume.
Sure.
What else we got? Offseason happy foot, sad foots. I'm looking for them in the chat. The chat's popping. Look at this, 2025. We're here.
Oh yeah, people. The chat.
Roberto Hernandez, great point. Can't usually buy commercial cars. Right there with you.
That's fair.
Yeah. Has anyone bought a car at all? Okay. Happy foot, Jude Terry crushing the Virgin Islands.
Oh, they won 22-0. The like US U17s.
How is that possible?
Good. I mean, you play against a really bad team. There's 90 minutes, and you just keep scoring. I mean,
yeah. Travis Helwig with an early nomination for comment of the year. What do people think of the new Hyundai? This is the discussion we're here to have, people. Hundreds of people tuning in. LAFC season on the brink. What everyone wants to know, what's on everyone's mind. What are opinions of the new Hyundai? Travis following it up.
I mean,
They look kind of cool to me. Thank you, Travis.
I own a Hyundai.
Good warranty is the reputation of a Hyundai.
No, I can speak for this. I own a Hyundai.
You have a Hyundai. Great.
I have a Hyundai. It comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile drivetrain warranty. And I kid you not, at 98,000 miles, my service advisor said, "You know what? We need to get you a new engine because you got a gasket leak, and it's actually more expensive to fix it than to give you a new engine, and it's under warranty, and it's got to happen now." So I basically have a brand new car.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, Hyundai and me are tight.
Rules.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I would do if I worked for a car company that had that kind of warranty. I'd be like, last day of the warranty, let's see what we need to replace for you. Let's get you into a new innards.
What's sad is he's exactly what you would expect from a service advisor. Was like old white guy with white hair, like just kind of a little too been out in the sun a little bit too much, like gnarled hands. And he no longer works there. And I think what happened was they started to like bring in more technology. So I remember he checked me in one time and he's like, "I got to check you in on this iPad." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "It's just more work." And next thing I know, I'm signing the iPad and then I'm having to sign the paperwork. And he goes, "Yeah, go figure. You have to do even more work when they tell you're going to do less." And I'm like, "Oh, this man's not long for this world."
Yeah, I love that. I love when there's a customer facing person that you're interacting with and somehow you get a lot of insight into what their internal meetings are like. It's like, oh, I know I can recite your all hands meeting from last week. That's interesting.
Yeah. Love that dude though. Yeah. Save me a lot of heartache and time. So
that's a good endorsement.
Yeah.
Hyundai, sponsor the pod.
Sponsor the pod.
Call us up. Season preview should be out not tomorrow because I should be editing it right now and I'm not, but maybe the next day.
Wow, there's literally MLS games. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
That's insane.
Right? Were we just playing last week?
I think so.
Still, the San Diego badge, not growing on me. Gonna have to.
The San Diego badge, guys, it hasn't gotten any better with time.
Yeah, immediate rebrand. Year one.
It's absolutely terrible still. Yeah. It's not like, oh, we all got caught up in the drama of how bad it is. And like looking back on it, maybe it's not so bad. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Every time I look at it, it's awful.
I just don't understand what it means.
It's a manhole cover, toilet seat cover, whirlpool situation.
Yeah, it's a
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
I don't know. Power Rangers badge. I'm just throwing spaghetti at this point.
I mean, I don't want to give them any kind of tips, but if they have really just got us and season 2 is when the turtles pop out of the manhole cover, I'm back in. Then I'm back in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we got another super chat, Darren.
That's right. I think it's fair to say the way to save this is with brand partnerships. Yes. Another super chat. Carlos Serrano, thank you so much. He says, do you guys Valentine's diner suggestion?
Yeah, we do.
We do Valentine's diner.
First of all, if you can find yourself a nice diner, cherish it. They're gone. They're gone. Yeah, it's sad.
One of the things I really miss about living in New York.
We'll tell you what, not a big Valentine's Day, like, because it's amateur hour out there, right? You know, got a lot of people. It's really busy, and it happens to be on a Friday.
Save it for the noobs, you know, for the people still exploring their relationship for the first time.
It's also on a Friday, so that's like a tough one. I will say though, my rec, if you are in Long Beach, is Ellie's.
Incredible Italian. Checked out.
Incredible Italian food. Or cook something at home. I cook a nice risotto, Darren. You're welcome to come over and partake.
For Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh wow, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let me check with my wife, actually.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just you that's invited. You don't have a plus.
Yeah. Valentine's double date.
Ooh,
We'll bring
Mr.
the
S.
kids.
Mr. SG says
The kids are
Gilligetso,
in
which is
too.
great.
What'd you say?
Mr. SG says Gilligetso, which is if you like moles. I believe Gilligetso is a Oaxacan restaurant,
Okay.
which explains the moles probably. But
Mhm.
man, if you like really good moles, Gilligetso in LA, downtown LA, or just outside of downtown LA is incredible.
Okay. I'm really out of the loop when it comes to, well, everything, but food or anything that you could go out and do, anything that's outside of my house.
Yeah.
I'm not very well versed in.
Yeah.
Travis says Cindy's Diner in Eagle Rock. Great. Joey AF says, oh yeah, 7 different mole at least. Wow, that's pretty
what would be a great place to go for Valentine's Day, Darren? Rasselbach, but in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Right, Travis? Nice. Am I right?
Hey, Travis, maybe you can meet us at Rasselbach in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Travis and Vince and I had plans to hang out in the off season, and we tried sincerely to do it, and we failed.
Oh, I love that the graphics are on point. Guys, we need a little better spacing on this attacking zones.
Look at this. Bar charts with points. What a weird shape.
Everyone's in preseason.
The broadcast is preseason. It's a preseason broadcast. Yeah, what is this, like little houses? Who has the tallest house?
Bawanga.
Bawanga has the tallest house.
Oh, Ordaz.
Ordaz in for the second half? Is it Ordaz season?
Yeah. Darren, at what point, I mean, are we doing this whole thing? Like, at what point are we pulling the plug? Like, if like it's guys that we don't know are on the field, are we out? Are we done?
I love Ordaz. You kidding? I'm just starting to watch now. Let's go. This game didn't have enough chaos. It really did have enough chaos.
Some goals
was pretty
would be
chaotic. Nice. And that's why Nathan Ordaz is in. You're welcome, LAFC faithful.
The goal.
Nathan Ordaz is here to answer our prayers as always.
Goal boy.
Yep. Travis, good point. Ordaz above Kike on the depth chart. Travis just lobbing comments from outside the group chat, outside the watch along. Are they? No. Is this true? Someone?
No.
Danny Tunips. Someone please confirm that this is true. We're sticking with Sweet Caroline? Is this happening?
If Sweet Caroline played at halftime, we're burning it down.
Is he seriously digging his heels? The DJ is digging his heels into this decision?
How funny would it be if Sweet Caroline was like also like a Club América song? Like somehow he just stepped into another one.
That's really funny.
I think everyone really liked it.
Oh, Mana's back, baby. So maybe that's happening.
I mean, is there really any other song that we play in the stadium?
Yeah. Oye mi amor. I'm okay with that. Okay. Was someone just making a joke? Maybe it's just a joke.
It was a good one. You got us.
Is Oye mi amor the Sweet Caroline of Spanish songs? I
kind of at this point.
Is it?
I mean, I've heard it enough.
Man.
Why is Drew still on? Probably just needs some fitness.
He did go down in the first half.
Yeah, he was down. I mean,
I will say, scary, like in a bad way, the best actor on the team. Like he goes down and really sells it.
Yeah.
In a way that I hate watching, because it's like, if you were seriously injured, this is exactly the way you would respond. Like it's too accurate. What's happening here?
I'm ahead of you, I think. You also didn't start the clock.
Oh, I didn't start the clock. But I think we've got a Bawanga blast. Is that happening?
Blast is subjective there, but
a Bawanga. What are we calling it?
God, those callers are stupid.
We've got ourselves a goal.
Yeah, we do.
It wasn't beautiful.
Club America was like, hey, you know what? It would be cool if Bouanga gets to score in the north end. What is he thinking? What is he thinking? And even then, they
Look
still
at
had
that.
the
Just took
goalkeeper
it.
still had a
A
chance.
gift of a goal. That's good. Honestly, exactly what we need is Bouanga to just like get the reps in of what it feels like to score a goal. This is absolutely perfect. I love it.
Bloop.
Look at this. Yes, we'll take it. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Don't mind if I do.
Why is Travis doing super chats?
The flip is on point. The flip has debuted. Okay, I'm going to fix the clock. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Not a good pass. Uh-oh. Now it's gone.
Wait, how do I start that? If you're syncing up your clock with us, I'm sorry. This is not going well.
This is not going well. And we're missing super chats.
Oh my God. Give me a sec. I'll be right there, everybody.
Travis is super chatting us, not realizing that it's a tax on himself because even if it goes to him, we lose some of that money.
That's true. Yeah, YouTube takes a cut, don't they?
Oh, would it?
He's just giving money to YouTube. Okay, I'm in sync now.
But it's not on our screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It might be in a moment. I also need to change the score. I'm new to this whole clock thing. This is good practice. No. This is a friendly for me too.
See, that's not good. LAFC tries to get a little possession, and Lloris just goes, fuck it. We'll just kick it to Giroud again. Did you do it?
I think so. Did I do it, guys?
Yeah. Looks good.
Travis Hellwig, thank you so much for the super chat. Is Bouanga the Hyundai Ioniq 5 of LAFC? Great question. I guess so.
I'm glad you asked.
Thank you so much to your contribution to YouTube, Travis. Adam Shazin, thank you so much for the super chat. A glimpse of hope, absolutely, as Denny Bouanga tends to be.
Well, despite having America in their name, they've never won America's greatest trophy, the U.S. Open Cup.
The U.S. Open Cup, the trophy that LAFC currently holds.
So really, this should be expected.
Absolutely. (3252). I can hear you, and I love it. I'm starting to figure this clock thing out. We could do this more often, I think.
What is there to figure out? Doesn't it run itself? Are you actually ticking the seconds away?
Not each second, but I have to like set it and then like I paused it during halftime, so I had to like sync it up again and press play again and then like change the. It's not like receiving data from the match.
Is this where all the budget has gone? Is this where all of our super chats have gone?
This is a good description of who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Travis, few people know me as well as Travis does.
Do you
talk to cut right to the core?
Do you talk to yourself while editing the podcast?
Of course not. No, I don't. But Vince, you said something earlier that does bear repeating.
Travis
tried
tried to call him
during half to me. I don't remember you being here, Travis. I'm sorry. Call in again, Travis.
Yeah, we dare you. As the sleeping pill has taken hold just a little bit
seriously,
more.
I want a sleeping pill, Travis.
What did I mention?
Pill. I want a sleeping pill. You mentioned how bad the callers are, and I think it's worth repeating time and time again. These callers are as bad as they seem like they'd be.
It's really stupid. Just like, if you're gonna have a caller, it's cool because you can like look cool like Eric Cantona. But you literally can't do that with these callers. Instead, you just seen a lot of guys like fidget with them because they're like, why is there a front to it and not a back?
That's right. Which I think this is common for Liga MX, but particularly embarrassing in front of a team with a really, really nice kit. Oh, I like their kits.
Club América historically.
They always bring the kits. Hugo Lloris wasting no time diving in 2025. Yeah, Look at this.
Don't get used to it.
I am used to it. Look at that dive. Look at him on the floor.
Yep.
The man looks 28 years old.
Winking to the cameras.
We did an off-season episode, if you haven't listened to it, about who's on our Mount Rushmore. I did not choose Hugo Lloris, and I regret it every day.
Very surprising.
At the end of this year, maybe an early candidate. It's only been one season. I don't think you can make the Mount Rushmore after one season with the team. Although many, am I the only one who didn't put? Who am I thinking of? Fully blanked. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, did I not have? I don't think I had Bouanga on mine. But then again, I was
you who didn't have Bouanga, or was it me?
I think I didn't. And I think but remember, I was also trying to base mine off of like what players actually somewhat look like their counterparts on Mount Rushmore. And I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that was a tall order for sure.
Or look like and or were similar in like disposition and importance, clearly.
Right.
People
Gareth Bale is who I was thinking of.
It just has a bunch of soccer balls. My partner bought this for me because she's very sweet and just is like, oh, it's soccer. You like soccer, right? And I'm like, good call.
Can't be wrong about that.
Yeah, can't get mad at that.
Look at this. Thank you, Small Skinobi.
Yeah.
My brain has a hole in it.
Our fans
was Gareth Bale. So Gareth Bale was, according to some in our episode, Mount Rushmore worthy after, I don't even know if you could call it one season. Let's call it 10 minutes.
After a headed goal, yeah. Fair.
Travis Hellwig, shrouded in darkness, agreeing to appear on the live stream on the condition of anonymity, even though I named you before anything else.
It is snowing here. I'm on the balcony of my hotel. I think I'm the only one in the hotel. But why would you want to hear from me when you could hear Darren doing the back end of his own computer? Why would you want to hear from me when you could hear Darren tinkering with the clock for 20 minutes?
I mean, I was thinking about jumping off and just letting him go solo.
Quality programming.
Look at the snow.
This is stern.
Thank you, Travis, for doing what everyone was really hoping for, which is they read that same joke in the chat from you, and they were like, "God, that joke is so good.
Fuck
I
you!
hope he comes on the show to do it live."
You can't roast me back. Fuck you.
Oh my God, that was incredible comedy from Travis Hellwig. If only he could have done it
Travis,
in darkness on video.
Are you in The Shining?
You're a little bit in The Shining, Travis.
You're alone in a hotel that's snowing.
How many decades have you been in that hotel of? How long have you been the proprietor of that hotel for?
Yeah, you've never left.
I will say it is not it's weird to be in a hotel where there's also not a front desk person. Like I think I am a squatter in this building.
Is it one of those hotels where you just check in and they give you like the code or whatever?
There is a front desk person during the day and then they go away at some point. And so then I'm alone in this building.
No, so if there's an
emergency, like let's say a man goes crazy and tries to axe murder everyone, no one there to help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good enough.
Well, I just want to call and say you guys are doing a great job. Danny Bouanga,
Oh, that's
boing
weird.
boing.
You called in to say the opposite.
No, I called in to say that you were doing a bad job. Vince, you're doing a great job.
Travis, take the robe off.
And there he goes. That might have been YouTube just
Travis Helwig, ladies and gentlemen.
Preemptively.
Yeah, YouTube was like, you guys can keep going, but Travis needs to leave. J140 with an interesting question. Why are you in a robe?
Because why not? Wouldn't you be in a robe if you could?
That is sort of the premise of a robe, is like, y'all wish you could be in this situation right now. Might as well do it. Here's a robe.
Smalls Kenobi says it'd be cool if they put a full collar on the replicas, and I think they do because Newcastle has these kits and their replicas. Oh, Lloris, another huge save.
Shit. Did anyone just see that 10 saves that just happened in the last 3 seconds?
A lot of dives.
Oh my God. Hugo Lloris is the grass.
No one told him it was preseason.
Oh my God. Look at it. That was beautiful.
Oh, go.
The entire defense they each logged a save. That was incredible. Can we get a replay? I mean, people bringing it. I know you said the starting 11 seems to be set, but it seems like some people are fighting for spots back there.
I mean, we'll see. You know what is interesting is like watching this. I'm not sure, other than like the personnel on the field, like this just kind of looks the same. I'm not seeing anything like glaringly different that LAFC has been doing, and that can be good and bad. I mean, obviously they were top of the West, but we all kind of talked about how we would like to see them kind of change the game a little bit more. And it does feel like they still don't have like a definitive idea of what to do in possession, and realistically it's going to just still be counter and transition to start, which is fine, I suppose. You know, early in the season teams aren't as fit and you have the most talent and you can run past teams, but they're going to have to figure something out to really get Giroud involved, because he just seems bypassed again.
Yeah, we did get that replay, by the way, while you were talking.
I know.
Two beautiful saves.
That's why I was
Lloris.
Not looking at you. I was looking at the goal.
Was
cam
that Palencia really cool. Who ultimately saved that as well?
Was it him or Eddie?
I don't think it was Eddie. That's how much faith I have in Eddie Segura. Yikes!
It was Palencia. Of course,
it was Palencia.
Of course, because if you had to just guess without seeing a play, like who made a great defensive play?
Oh. Here's Bouanga with a pass in the box, an assist for Denny Bouanga. Are we seeing this? Nathan Ordaz? Ordaz season is upon us. Everybody buckle up. Let's go. That man has aged 10 years in the offseason. Look at him. That was a boy last season. That guy's 35 years old. Look at him. He's jacked. Oh, my God. A beautiful man. Nathan Ordaz, number 27. Number 27 on the jersey. Number 1 on the depth chart, if you're asking me. Oh. Denny Bouanga doing what his job should be this season. Pass to Nathan Ordaz. Oh, a beautiful goal.
He kicked it into his own foot.
Blast.
Look,
the ball took a bounce into the net.
I think he kicked it. I kicked it twice, which is pretty awesome.
Spin and bounce on the ball to trickle into the net with nobody defending. Nathan
you
Ordaz.
Tried to do that. You tried to do that.
Look at him. Look at that collar just waving in the wind, making no sense. Just general flaps. It's a little Shakespearean. Is it an ascot? What is going on?
It is quite floppy. Yeah, I mean, It would be nice if Bouanga kept that part of his game and he could like play make a little bit, because there's going to be 15 guys on him every game. Pass the open guy. That might be a good idea. Can I just say that the Giroud not quite dummy but little like shimmy with his leg was pretty funny too. A lot to love and a lot to laugh about in that goal. And that's
where are we at right now in the Liga MX season? Because
I'll tell you what, we're number 1.
Club America seems to be playing to the Los Angeles crowd a little bit. I'm just gonna say this feels a little Globetrotters coded to me.
They are a couple games into their season.
They're choosing not to finish a little bit, not playing defense a little bit. Like, what's going on here?
Let's be honest. This game doesn't matter to them. This game matters a lot more to LAFC. Darren, why does it have to disappear when you do it?
I don't know. I'm still figuring this out. Oh, I know why, actually.
Oh, I like the way it comes back though. Like,
yeah. I've got a lot of windows doing a lot of things here. It's not easy to do it all, you know?
Yeah.
It's not easy doing it all. Taylor Ferguson, Darren, did you take Ordaz in the draft? I'll never tell. Of course I did. Of course I did. It's Ordaz season. And I don't lose the draft. So, of course I took him.
I'd like to say that Travis and I had a pact to not take Darren's favorite player, but no, we weren't going to take him, but we knew Darren would.
Here's a fun teaser. The twist of our draft every year is that Denny Bouanga is off the table. That is no longer the case. Denny Bouanga is, with a caveat, in play this year.
Reason enough.
Oh, no! That was a pinball goal. I'm kind of fine with it, I'll be honest.
Not loving the amount of shots that they're getting central in the box, though.
Yeah.
But they are. Let's see. Let's see how many games into the season they are.
Yeah, I would like to know what kind of form they're supposed to be in right now.
Well, Darren, I'll tell you. They've played 6 matches. They won 5 and drawn 1, so they have not lost yet. Their goal differential is 12, plus 12. They've scored 15 goals and only let in 3 in 6 matches.
Oh, they're really good this year.
Yeah, and by the way, they've won their last 4.
Is this their actual starters?
I can't tell.
We're seeing B-Rod or what?
B-Rod was in there. He's sometimes a starter, sometimes not. I mean, yeah, this is
Dave R with a very intriguing idea here. He says, defensive note, maybe don't dribble across the 6-yard box under pressure. What do you think of that, Vince? That's an interesting idea.
Is
that in line with their style of play this year? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a new tactic, I don't like it. I don't think it's going to pan
either.
out. Yeah, it's not going to pan out.
Yeah, Dave R is definitely onto something there. I agree with him, I have to say. Maybe Ant says you guys have been playing a B team struggling, but he's really proud of himself. He thinks he's trolling really hard right now. Hey, buddy.
Not really struggling.
You're welcome here.
It's been
have fun with us.
Yeah,
We're playing a preseason friendly here.
Yeah, it's been a preseason game. Not to mention the team that's 6. By 6 matches, you're pretty fit, I would say. 6 competitive matches.
Yeah. And they're playing well. It's a friendly. Love you guys. He's doing this thing where people who are like trash talking are like thinking they're trash talking in a way that's landing. It's not quite like you're not quite saying the thing that you think you're saying. You're not quite saying anything that makes any sense.
I mean, I would love to see these teams play when they're fit with their best 11s. Maybe we'll see it in CONCACAF Champions League.
Taylor says, add Ant to the enemies of the pod list. And you're not worthy of the enemies of the pod list yet. Keep going. Keep trying.
I mean, who did we ended up getting Tigres in Leagues Cup. That's going to be an interesting game at BMO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that on the show yet.
Yeah, well,
anything on the show yet, but
yeah, as far as you guys know, but we definitely didn't talk about that in the preview. But who is it? Who else was Conke? I know Mazatlan was on. I'm blanking on who the third Liga MX team were playing in the old Leagues Cup.
And we love you. Stick around.
Pachuca.
Keep giving us shit. We love it.
That's a strong group. Mazatlan, Pachuca, and Tigres. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. At least it's all at home. At least it's all at home.
Is it too late to enter the U.S. Open Cup?
Yeah, let's just drop out and go back into the Open Cup.
We have a championship to defend.
Well, LAFC 2 will be doing that.
Is Ordaz still eligible for LAFC 2?
I believe so.
Great. Then we're easy victory. Let's do it.
It's all about Jude Terry, Luca Bambino.
All right.
Little Ordaz sprinkled in. Who else is on the
no Brian Dueñas.
Brian Moyato. Yeah, no more.
Who's going to step up and be the new Dueñas?
I don't know.
Here it is, Richard Martinez. We could use another DP. The first time we've heard it all year. It won't be the last.
He might not be wrong.
Thank you for kicking it off.
Yeah, you know what doesn't help when you have a front three that like they're trying to press and you gotta applaud them for that, but they're not very good at it. And so then the midfielders are like waiting for what they're supposed to do next, and they're just basically on an island. And Club América players are way too good to give any time and space to, and that's what's kind of happening right now. Like they're dictating the game in that phase of play.
Are we finding out that they kind of gave us a head start? Is that what's happening?
I think they were like, oh, you know what? It's 2-0. We don't care that much, but we also don't want to get embarrassed. And so they're like, let's step it up.
Let's throw a three-digit sub in to tell them who's boss.
I kind of like that actually. So
I love it.
Absolutely in Mexico, when you're like on the lower, when you're climbing up through the ranks, your number's super high. So like even if you're like super young, your number's like 380 something, and then you like slowly make your way to like a legitimate soccer number, which is kind of like reminds you like where your place is.
Yeah. This is not unique to soccer, but it's weird that there's a mix of like numbers that actually have a functional meaning and numbers that have no meaning on any given team.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, oh, that guy is that number for a reason, and that guy is that number for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say like I'm a number snob too. So somebody's like, "Oh, my number is 37," and I'm like, "Why? It's a horrible number."
But 36,
yeah.
34, not too bad.
Yeah, 33 is okay. 30, but
we haven't said this on the pod. We haven't had this conversation. This is good. Yeah, I think we all orient around 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a go-to number growing up?
My number was 18.
Ooh, I was 18 for a bit.
There you go.
I was 18 and 10.
Well,
I started out at 18.
Yeah, you moved your way up.
I graduated to 10. Yeah. But when my first spot on the team, when I was like, "Hey, do you want to like play as alternate in this tournament for us on this club team?" They gave me 18, and I honestly totally forgot about that until right now. That's funny. Richard Martinez Oh my God, what a hilarious.
Nice.
What? I was 18 on. What are we getting a trend of 18? Are we having a lost moment where everyone that has any sort of connection to our show was at
18's a
one
good
point
number.
a number 18 on their youth team?
Ooh, that was.
Thanks. I'm trying to think of other numbers. I also maybe was 9 for a bit.
9's a good number.
I think I remember Fran Taylor being 8 or 9, maybe 11.
That was interesting.
That was does that count as something?
It was an attempt to assist
Was that
somebody.
something?
Yeah. I just don't love that.
Was
like,
it a ball?
I just don't love that every time he touches the ball, he has to do something one touch because he's surrounded by players and it's in the air and it's just like the man can do more than just be like a wall pass.
Yeah. Look at that collar. Did you see that? Oh God.
Garbage.
It's a miracle I'm not throwing up right now. Did you see that? It's like sticking up. What is that? It's a malfunction. Like, look
Yeah,
at
this is
absolutely ridiculous. It looks like a fake bow tie.
I would love for the reasoning. They're like, well, aesthetically, we like a collar, but players don't like something on the back of their neck, so we didn't put that on.
Adidas, you put your logo on this jersey.
Your name is on this.
Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. It's like, yeah. Can you even call it a collar?
Right.
It's like it's material sticking out. It's like surplus material. Oh, here's a banger. Good. My God, that was a laser. Travis makes a great point. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. Hey, we're gunning for 1,000 subscribers this year on YouTube.
Are we even close?
Join us if you're enjoying this or have enjoyed us in the past. Just subscribe. Join the family. If you're like, no, I won't subscribe to you on YouTube, but I will make a bigger commitment, then you can join us on patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot. What's the link for the Patreon? Thank you, Mario Aguilar. It is indeed patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot. You do get exclusive merch. You do get a discount on merch. You do get exclusive episodes. You do get access to the Patreon exclusive Discord. It's popping at all times. We really checked out as we shouldn't have in the off season, and the Discord was still popping all off season. It's a lot of fun. There's a ticket exchange.
Ticket exchange is clutch.
And generally, everyone is just friends. It's all cool people. I have to say, that's been really cool, as everyone is genuinely great. So you should join, but like, don't fuck with the vibe, you know? We got a good thing going. So if you don't, if you're kind of like iffy, then you know, use your judgment. if you're a good addition to the group.
Yeah, police yourselves.
Yeah. Honor system. Come if you're cool. Travis says new collar reminds me of those eyelashes they put on car lights. There it is.
That is appropriate.
As usual, we all kind of fiddle around searching for what it is, and Travis just nails it. That is what it is. It's the VW bug eyelashes. Giroud coming out. We are used to seeing that. But Abovasi coming in, we are not used to seeing that. Here he is, folks. The personal cooling device himself, Jeremy Abovasi. Is that what that is?
No, it's some kind of concussion.
Oh, well, fuck me then.
Thing. I'm not
no,
sure.
It's Abobasi saying, "This is a collar. I'll bring my own collar. Fuck you. Fuck this kid. I got a collar."
I honestly don't know how it works, but I know that he has had concussion problems in the past.
Well, I guess I'm the asshole then.
Well, new technology.
Yeah, where's Taylor Twellman when you need him to explain concussions?
Right.
Abobasi forehead's so good he should be a host of this podcast. Travis is just lying in bed in Connecticut, draining threes.
Killing it.
Well, we are winning. So that's something.
And they're subbing in more guys with 3 numbers on their jerseys. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. What it is there's a weight of substance to each number, so it really weighs them down as they run. Here it is, Bouanga with the steal. This is a basketball play right here. Honestly, Giroud, for all the times he couldn't be there to finish, he did that last season too. The little sneaky moves that kept plays going, and
you got
the next pass. He's not doing nothing back there. I gotta say, back there.
You gotta love a guy that shanks it and then celebrates it like it's a banger. That's just a guy that loves goals.
Nathan Rodez?
Yeah, doesn't care, just loves the goals.
Hey, a goal's a goal. It hit the net. Travis says your number should be your weight. Yikes. Do they do numbers in the 200s?
Yeah.
Great. I'm in.
I think 209 just came in the game.
Rob Rain says, if we sign up for Patreon, do we get a video of Travis in the hotel showing off those piggies? Not currently, but we do need to introduce a new tier now.
Yeah, a different Patreon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. There is a best friends of the foot. We don't often advertise, but you can choose to pay $5 a month for the Patreon, or you can also choose to pay $10 a month for the Patreon, which is no different. It's just you choosing to pay $10 instead. That is true.
I show feet for 4 digits. There will not be a post game. It's this. This is what you're getting. You're getting this.
Post game?
Yeah.
No. There's no post game. This is a friendly. There's barely a watch along.
Yeah,
there's barely a game.
I'm struggling through this game. I got
we already recorded. This is the second show we're doing tonight, and I had a full day of work. J140 says no, but where will I get my recap? You're watching the game. Someone give me a recap of the first 25 minutes that I missed. Can someone do that?
Yeah, I mean, really the best recap you could get is no one got hurt. That's probably the best recap to preseason.
Drew seems to get hurt for a moment. He seems okay. What knee-jerk reaction, Vince? Let's say he was injured all of last season. Do you see anything different on that front from him so far? Do you feel like maybe he's looking just physically a little bit better, or still a little ginger? What do you think?
It's really hard to
step.
It's really hard to assess him because he's never going to be a run and gun, counterattacking guy. So it's I don't want to give him points down for not being a part of that, attacking setup, which is basically what LAFC is still relying on. I mean, his touch is still good when the ball is pinged at him at pace. I mean, there's not many players in this league that can bring some of the balls down that he's been hit towards him, but I want to give him like an incomplete again, because it's like, yeah, as much as he's a great talent, and you would assume he can find a way to be a part of the game, that LAFC is just not catering their game to him at all.
Yeah, it's interesting. They definitely turned the team over plenty. And as you've said before, you would think that a lot of that is based on improvements to the game plan as well.
I mean, that being said, he didn't score the goal, right? But Bouanga picks up that ball at midfield, and Giroud is there when the pass is across. So he sprinted with.
He did his job on that play.
Yeah, to get on the end of it. So it's not like he doesn't lack for desire to get.
Also, he could have taken that ball and scored. Let's be honest.
Sure, he made the right play.
Yeah. Anyway, he's fantastic, it turns out.
Yeah. But yeah, if like
Giroud Golden Boot.
If that's the style that you're going to play and that's the involvement you're going to have with him, he's not going to, he thrives in these moments where you have set possession and you're looking for ways to break through a defense.
Yeah. Richard Martinez says he's rated like 45 pace on FIFA. You know how slow you have to be rated that? He's 5 yards behind on every breakaway. This is relevant to my life. One thing I did in the off season is that I started playing video games again after maybe 10 years of not playing. And by video games, I mean exclusively FIFA. Used to be genuinely addicted and stopped playing. And now I'm playing again. I'm off the wagon or back on the wagon. I don't know. And I'm loving it. And he's right. Giroud is like hilariously accurately rated in that game. He is like, except for the fact that I would say he's overrated a little bit. We'll see how he plays this season to kind of match it. But like, he's very good, except very frustrating as well. Like the frustration I feel with Giroud on my team, I play exclusively with LAFC because I'm a dork. And the frustration you feel with Giroud on your team on FIFA is exactly the same as the frustration you feel watching him on LAFC.
Well, I mean, it's this last sequence before they gave the ball away to Club America. They had full possession of the ball. They had pretty much all 10 outfield players in the opponent's half, and they moved the ball from side to side, and then immediately decided, wait, let's go backwards because we want to create more space to go direct. Like that should tell you a lot. Like a team that wants to, tilt the field and put the opponent under pressure by having a lot of the ball and playing with possession is going to go forward and try to create something where they pen in a team. Whereas LAFC is like, no, we want to go backwards in order to go forward because we want space in behind. And again, that's not going to be. It can work, but it's just not going to be Giroud's. It's not going to be tailored to what he does best. It's tailored to what Bouanga does. It's tailored to what, I would say even Martinez to an extent, although he likes the ball at his feet, but it's like, it's just not tailored towards him at all. So I don't know what the answer is.
How would you feel if, 10 games in, we're playing the same game we played all last season?
Worried.
Yeah.
Like even if they were winning those games, because
I was going to say, I feel like you can answer that question without it really mattering what the record is at that point.
Yeah. Because we just all know that, like,
hey, that's a ball. Or Daz trying to return the favor.
Like we all know that they can be successful in that style, but it's like a white knuckle success where the variance in those games can go your way and it cannot go your way. And if it doesn't, you're extremely frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love the roster and schedule situation is enough of a roller coaster for me. Every game doesn't have to be its own roller coaster too.
Yeah.
Here's an actual insight from Christian E. Most of the time we are very sloppy with our distribution inside the other team's box. Once we sharpen up Giroud, we'll do well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. We don't have a lot of guys that look to we can pass. And we can pass through a team when space is there. That's one of the reasons why they'll play the ball back to create more spaces. But to his point, like when we get in and around the opponent's box, there's not a lot of link up play and little connections in tight spaces. Like we're still a very direct team. Like a player wants to take a guy on, and look, it serves us well because we have talent and it creates things, but there's just got to be some nuance.
Yeah.
And that is one of the ways to do it.
Yeah. He makes a good point though. I feel like this has been true for a while, that we kind of lose ourselves once we get into the box, and just like we could be on a play that's pretty polished getting into the box, and then it's just like, I don't know, let's just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's probably true of a lot of teams, but we don't seem to have a lot of like finishing plays isn't the right word, because I don't know that that's like a thing, but like I don't know how many goals we scored last season that was like, yeah, and that's what they practiced in practice. You know?
Yeah, I mean, most teams
like they
do
just
kind of
found something.
Yeah, a lot of teams do kind of leave the final third up to the players, right? Because it is like you don't want to stifle their creativity. You want them to just kind of use their talents to and see things. But there is something to be said for having some automations and having some things in place that like they can kind of rely on. But LAFC prefers to keep that to a minimum, and they work on kind of how they collectively defend versus how they collectively attack.
Also, like there are grown adults and professional soccer players. It's not like they don't know what to do.
Yeah, and it's not like they're not like they didn't, they had Bouanga Golden Boot one year, near Golden Boot the next year. Like they still score goals.
It's just not like, X's and O's.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to be mad at if they score.
Yeah, and MLS is a physical league, and one that does cater towards transition. So if you're looking at a league and you're saying, well, most goals are scored in this way, you probably want to practice to be really good at that way, even if there should be some nuance to your play. Like even for as good as Columbus is with the ball, they're really good in transition because they know that a lot of goals can be scored that way.
Yeah. Speaking of, Richard Martinez says, speaking of X's, XG is the dumbest stat ever. I don't know if I agree with that. You don't score until you score. That feels like a real, I gotta say, Richard Martinez feels like a real like youth soccer coach thing to say.
But in a game where, okay, so this game's almost over. There's been three goals total. Like if we just, there's been 3 goals total, yet thousands of actions in the game. Like, how do you know what leads to goals unless it is like getting into good areas where goals come from? I mean, really, XG just tells you what is probably, and literally probably, because it's a probabilistic stat, like what is probably good areas to be in attacking wise and to be continuing to look for. Because you could win this game LAFC 2-1 and both your goals come from 30-yard bangers. I don't think that's going to happen week in and week out. Like, I don't think you should be going in there and being like, guys, do you remember what happened last week? Love to see another 30-yard banger. Like, it's just not a good. So really, again, it's not a. It's a stat.
It's a good. It seems like a good measure of the volume of like the amount of times you've been able to put yourself in a good position to score. Like that's the takeaway,
right?
As opposed to like goals you should have scored.
Yeah, and to his point, you get no points from it. Like,
right? Yeah.
I know.
I'm just trashing you for fun, Richard, because I have the mic.
Well, look, and some teams do a bad job of this. I don't want to throw LAFC under the bus again because it's not just them, but they'll be like, "We've had the best XG," and it's like, bro, that's not for you to be. That's not for you to be talking about. Like, you need at the end of the day, your fans want goals, they want wins. Right. It's really just it's like a stat for like the team to be like, what are we doing right? Like they should be the ones keeping that.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
It's not a very good public. So I'll give them this. It's not a very good public facing stat because ultimately, if you don't score, you don't score. No one cares.
Totally. That's the best way to put it. It's like for the team to learn from. It's not for us to give a shit about. I think when I interviewed Fran Taylor, of the Colorado Rapids, and I think I asked him what is the stat that is actually legitimately most valuable, and he might have said XG is tough to beat, if I remember correctly.
It actually does have a pretty good predictive value. Like, there's not a lot of stats that do that aren't just pure goals. Like, look, goals, again, there's a hierarchy to this. Goals win games, right? But like, we need more, right? There's so many things that happen in the game. We need more to understand the game. And if you have a really good XG and a really good XG differential where you're not giving up a lot of XG, chances are
XG differential seems interesting to me. Yeah.
Chances are you're a good team.
Yeah. Yeah, I not that I'm like knee deep in advanced stats, but it seems like the big takeaway from advanced stats is like indicators. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are theories you can develop by looking at a series of advanced stats and seeing some patterns?
Was that Nkosi getting on that? Well, Darren, there's like 10 seconds left in this game.
It's not over till it's over. You're talking about expected.
Expected. Is there expected seconds left? Expected whistles?
Expected whistles.
I think he's going to let him take this corner, and then that's going to be it.
Zach Brown says, "Are we collar boys or not?" I think I'm a collar boy. I would consider myself a collar boy for
if it was a real collar.
If this collar didn't fucking suck. Travis says, "I'm a collar boy from the front, not a collar boy from the back." Is this a mullet collar? Is that what this is?
It's kind of.
Not really. That's business in the front, party in the back. This is business in the front, nothing in the back. This is private equity takeover collar. Business in the front, out of business in the back. We'll keep workshopping it. We're still in preseason. This is a practice game for us too.
Oh, getting a
great question, David L. Do you think Ugo is sad he doesn't get a collar? Oh, hey, here we go. Final whistle. That's a W. Try it out. See how it feels. Try it on.
Oh, a little afters.
How do we feel?
Mad at Ordaz celebrating a preseason win.
Ordaz knows one thing, and that's enthusiasm.
I like it. I like him getting under the skin of some guys. All right. Do you have anything more to add, Darren? Because I really have to pee. So
I gotta edit an episode. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was fun.
That was fun. It was a little fun, non-planned, unscheduled fun.
Guys, we're here. We're back. It's 2025. Look out for our season preview coming soon this week. Look out for LAFC existing again. We got Colorado next week? CCC?
Yep. A week from today.
And then we've got the season. Get excited. Join YouTube, join Patreon, whatever. Send us questions for mailbag. Get involved. Let's party. You got anything else?
No, I don't. I want it. I was hoping you weren't going to say anything because I really wanted you to end it on "Let's party."
No, I can't. I love you. Bye.